Tried to fall in love a few times, but that didn't work. Yeah. They never stuck around to see my work. My mama been knew I was special since birth. Yeah. You say you love me, but you know love gets you hurt. Yeah. I can't let you bitches play with my heart. This ain't funny like Kevin. You'll have better luck in a casino betting. Girl, don't say that shit, you lying. I got trust issues, ain't no need in trying. I fell out with the plug because it's timing. Don't try to love me now, girl, stop all that crying. You trying to show me that because I'm leaving. Yeah. Don't try to cause a scene now, bitch, we even. For real. Fuck, I should've listened and took my daddy's advice. Now I got 2 baby mamas and none of them had a relationship right. Hella shit going left, so I know that it gotta get right. Cause at the rate that I'm going, I'm never gonna give me a wife. But until then, I'm living my life. I find one of you anywhere that I go, or I get a similar type. Cause my life is a gamble like rolling the dice. I'm trying to go off the scene and leave her text on red. She's stressing to talk about it, but there ain't nothing to be said. I got 100 missed calls. I think about posting her thread. Stop telling people that you love me and you didn't pledge. Don't take the comments and likes to the head. Ever since I was a kid, bitch, I've been big in the head. You ain't comprehend what I said. Bitch, I live my life on the edge. Yeah, I'm tryna do it like I never done it. And I am not close to my summit. You don't love me like you say you love me. Cause you want me to plummet. If you can't cook it like I cook it, then I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want this shit. I've been keeping 100. My name ain't Watch. Is my name Audemars, bitch? I don't got time for this. Hey, my love ain't unconditional. It's conditional, baby. I love unconditional. Don't let it get to you, baby. I'm sorry I led you on. It wasn't intentional, baby. I'm stubborn. I don't even call when I'm missing you, baby. It never be what you gon' do for me. It always be what I'm gon' do for you. I got some character flaws too, so tell me what I should do with you. And what kind of level are we on? Like a U-Haul, are we moving on? Cause I promise I won't be long-winded if you seek closure. I'll be okay if you say it's over. And I'll find another one if we don't work. Yeah. Tell me, yeah. Love it just for letters, you gotta show me, yeah.
Hey, man, let's get right to it. What is going down? Melee in the building. What up, brother? What's going on? Hey, we in the building. Let's get it going. Let's hit the like button. Let's get everybody in the building. Check it out. Hey, yesterday's stream was amazing. You know, we covered Nick Cannon, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. You know, this is a viral moment now. You know what I'm saying? I did a little bit of research. So I could see, like, okay, how is this woman moving for real? And why is her ideology like this? You know, somehow I was going to wait till the middle of the show. I probably pulled this up. You know, her net worth, she's worth $2 million. Okay. So let's put that into context when we're looking at, some of the things that she's talking about, some of the talking points when she goes to, a 41-year-old woman that's beautiful, that is not married, come on, man. You ain't got to be no rocket scientist to figure it out. But you know, this woman has all the answers. She has the degrees and everything to back it up. You know, this Buck City Kennels Live, Dr. Hood, you know, give the channel a like, share this joint. We're trying to get it in the algorithm, you dig? See what's going on. Petty Rob in the building. What up, brother? You know how we do, man. Early, wake and bake. Roll up some of that gas. It's going to be a good one. You know, I don't know how hard this one's going to be. You know, the Nick Cannon one, you know what I'm saying? I kind of went in. You might want to go check that one out. We had a decent stream. A couple of the brothers pulled up, you know, get a insight. You know, I drop a couple links at the end of the show, you know, and just get into it because we're trying to figure out, you know, why do women think like this? And why do, you know what I'm saying? Why, you know, does everybody assume that these men are bad fathers because they have multiple kids with multiple women, but we never put the women on the stand. You know, I haven't been able to get any content to put the women on the stand to see what the train of thought with them is. So let's get into it. I got a couple clips, you know what I'm saying?
Question is, with me doing my research, educated, highly educated, very articulate. So I'm really curious to know this question. Were your parents married?
They were not.
They were together. And do you think that had any type of impact on the woman that you are today?
Oh, 100%. Absolutely.
Well, how though?
Yeah. I love that question. You know, it impacted me in a lot of broken ways, but it impacted me in a lot of really healthy ways.
I think she's going through some issues, man. This woman, you know, you can tell that she's broken. She's dealing with rejection. You know, I didn't go to school for this, you know, to analyze this shit. But I mean, we all analyze people. We could see this shit, you know, when it pops up, when it rears its evil head, you know. I noticed even in the other interview that everything that has something to do with her, it was this perfect situation. But when it's somebody else or when they're referring to another situation with another couple or something, you know, it's this bad thing. You know, you got to watch this shit, man. I think being a psychiatrist or, you know, doctor, you know, whatever she does, that's another, it's not a small scale swindle like a grift, but it's on a large scale though. You know, like I said, she's been able to net 2 million. You know, she's worth 2 million net worth. Okay. So she's not just fucking with no average dude. That's my point. You know, she says it in here.
Contrast, which is something most people don't like, really is our best friend. And so I always say as a little girl, no pun intended to everyone who raised me, but I saw a lot of contrast. I saw a lot of who I didn't want to be like. And so what that did was, and this is for the people who don't know where you want to go, don't know who you are, but you know you don't like your environment, you don't like where you're at. This could be at any age. I always say it's not where you're running to that it gets you there. Oftentimes it's what you're running from. And for me, it was me running from my contrast saying, I don't want to be that, or that.
Okay, so how the fuck is that going to help us? Okay, so we all running from shit, you know, that's in our past, right? You know, we're all running from shit. We all don't want to be where we used to be, right? But so what do I got to go find somebody that's fucked up, that's running from there? Like, what are we talking about here? Notice how everything that pertains to her is perfect. It has this perfect little, you know, because you're hiding shit, boo. You're hiding shit. We're gonna get to it though.
I don't know who I want to be at this point. When I was younger, I don't know where I'm going, but I put my track shoes on, Cam, tied them up, and y'all may see these really pretty heels on today, but I say it every day, my track shoes would never come off because me running from that has gotten me to a place of, you know, as you said, and thank you, being very educated, to being able to take care of my mother and my family, to being a doctor, to doing things that broke so many generational curses. But it also created a very broken young girl, which caused me to have to just self-reflect and take inventory on why do I behave like this, and why do I show up like this, and what is it rooted to, what is that associated to? And so for me, getting to the seat.
So this sounds to me like a toxic ass woman that grew up in a very toxic environment, took steps to better herself. And that's great. But what makes you think like you're like this relationship expert though? You know what I'm saying? These relationships ain't something you could just go and get a degree and fucking read it out of a book, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit, you got to have, it takes practice to maintain a healthy relationship or to stay with somebody for a long period of time. Here we have a woman here. She terminated two divorces. These are her words. I mean, not two divorces. Sorry, allegedly. Let me put that out there. You know, these women, you know, she worth $2 million. She might try to come get me for my little couple dollars, man. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But she terminated 2 engagements and 2 weddings, you know. So she obviously doesn't have the practice of staying down for the come up. Like she doesn't believe in that. She believes in, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm a educated for just all the shit Kevin Samuel said. Everything Kevin Samuel said. Okay. So you got to be, and I, at first when I heard Kevin, I'm not going to lie. I was like, he was like, you know, he really didn't want a woman that, you know, everybody would accept that or take that, but that's not really what you're out here looking for. A woman with, you know, a pot of gold on the end of the rainbow and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not, as men, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking to build our own castle and then pick the woman that we want to go inside of it and, you know, furnish the place. You feel me? That's kind of what a man wants. And I didn't really realize it until now. You know, when you deal with these so-called high value women, you know, these women, these self-proclaimed high value, right? This is what you're going to get. Okay. And she's going to be terminating relationships. If you're not doing this, you're not doing that. And now they've switched it around. It's high functioning, low functioning. You know, I thought they threw the high value thing out the window totally, but the high value just value, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, this woman got game, bro. She got game. She's probably finessed 80% of the boyfriends that she's dealt with. And my guess, she's dealt with a lot. That's just my guess. Allegedly, you know, everything's allegedly. This is just my opinion, right?
Seeds of my harvest allowed me to really have a sense of self, of who I am, and where to come from. And then, really quick, and when you do that, it allowed me to have this intense forgiveness for my mother and her addiction, because finding out who I am helped me really understand who she was, and it helped me have compassion for trauma when I started to understand how hard trauma was for me. And I wasn't even addicted to anything but my trauma, because that's all I knew. And so it's magical when you start to take the finger from here to here to here and then to here, because you get to understand you, and understanding you start to really have compassion for everybody, because there's nothing about me, if I understand me, that you haven't similarly either felt or experience, where I can't connect and have compassion for you in that pain pocket or in that.
Okay. Bloodthirst in the building. Salute to you, brother. J83 in the building. Salute. Hey, you know it's gonna be funny. Some funny shit, man. Hit that like button. Jesse Adams in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate everybody pulling up to the Wake and Bake show. You know how we do, man. We do what the fuck we want to do over here. Let's get it.
That trauma. So it's a blessing.
I'm having a hard time to believe a very educated, a very attractive woman out of 41 years have not met Mr. Right. That's enough time to find a lot of things out.
I bet.
And yet, no kids.
But if you find too much shit out, then, you know, it's going to be detrimental to any relationship, man. See, and it's always those simp ass niggas on these other channels that be talking about, oh, her body count doesn't matter. It doesn't. Bro, that it matters. This woman over here, I was skipping through it. I heard her say that, you know, they were talking about sex and was the sex good and shit. You know what I'm saying? She was like, yeah, the sex was great, but it wasn't my best. It wasn't the best I ever had. Like, listen, we don't need this baggage. You don't need this type of baggage right here. You know, man, she's 41 years old. The type of expectations that she has for a 41-year-old making 2 million, you know, she's got 2 million. She's going to be coming in here trying to Debo shit. And when she can't, she'll act like she's living in her femininity. And, you know, but when it's a guy making less than her, she wants to be Debo again. Like, listen, I don't want to be with Debo at all. I don't give a fuck if you Oprah or whoever you are. You're not going to Debo me. Okay? Damn with your fucking money. You know, that's why so many dudes scam women, you know, because they don't have time to deal with that bullshit. That's why. That's why so many men are just lying, doing what they got to do, get a piece of the box, and they're out of there. Okay? I'm not advocating for that, but I'm just telling you why that's happening. Because they're not trying to sit here and listen to all of this garbage. And neither am I.
Single. I'm not, but I am saying, are women's expectations unrealistic?
You damn right.
No, I'm gonna say, like I said on Nick, the question shouldn't be why isn't a woman of age, of success, of a certain caliber not married with kids? The question should be why are people rushing to the altar just to become divorcees or baby mamas and baby daddies? I think if anything, we need to be teaching our society.
The reason why is so that they're not 41 years old with no kids and no man. That's why. That's why a woman would do whatever she, you know, if she wants to marry because she doesn't want to have children out of wedlock, right? She doesn't want to fornicate. Why is that a bad idea? Why is it bad to marry your high school sweetheart or somebody that you grew up with, you know, and you both come up together instead of waiting to see who got the biggest bag? You know, that's not genuine. At the end of the day, us men, we want somebody that's genuine. You're not genuine if you're just sitting back waiting to see who has the biggest bag and then trying to mooch up under somebody's nuts that got the biggest bag, bro. That's not the business. It's very unattractive, and I think men of today are adapting to that. They're saying, you know what? All right, fine. You can be my girlfriend, but on the real, you just a bust down. And they won't tell you that. So we always get this all men are dogs, all men are lying type of shit, right? Men are lying, right? We lie so much, right? But look at why. Because we want to get what we want. You're not going to be cooperative. We can see that already. We could look at your Instagram immediately before I hit you in the DM. I can tell if this woman is going to be cooperative. I can't tell you if she is going to be cooperative, but I can tell you if she's not going to be cooperative. Right? I could already see that a mile away. Okay? Bank statement in the building. Salute, brother. Drew the Dog Man in the building, salute. Signal Corpse in the building, salute, brother. You know how we do. Hey, it's wake and bake, roll up. You know, this one's going to get a little heated, but we got through the last one. We're going to get through this one. Joseph Townsend in the building, salute. LDBC in the building, salute, brother. Let's get it.
Take your time, young man or young woman, so that you can get to know not just this person, but yourself first, so that you can choose a life partner, not that that person isn't exempt to divorce, instead of rushing to the altar just to become a divorcee or a baby mama and have multiple kids by multiple women, just to say you have broken families everywhere. I don't see no benefit in that. I believe
multiple kids by multiple. So you're taking shots at this guy. I can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this up.
Like I tell my brother, he's in here, Shane, all the time, and who's 31 with no kids and doing well for himself. Take your time. You don't need to rush.
Yeah, but a man's biological clock is a lot different than a woman's. You know, you're 41 and you still have this childlike mentality just because you got a little bit of money. Just because you got a little bit of money, man. We got to stop this as a community. And all you go look at the comments. Like my partner Def Chef said, man, he said the comments are real. You know, like we were looking at this skit, the hamburger situation where dude bought the hamburger for his kid, but not the other kid. She got 3-4 different babies' dads, kids, you know, where their dad at, right? Everybody wanted to grill this guy. We're like, wait a minute. That shit's a little fake, right? But the comments are real, though. She got a little bag. Her expectations are through the roof, and guys don't want to deal with that. That'll let you know. A pretty woman like this, you know, came up, you know, it's your demeanor, boo. It's your whole demeanor. You always got to be right. Nobody wants to be with somebody that always has to be right, bro, about everything. It's ridiculous.
To an altar just to divorce this woman. And another thing is people who actually feel high valued within themselves, not financially. Internally, they feel high valued. They're not rushing to have a wife or a husband at the expense of divorce just to feel like they've added value to themselves, because it's a deficit if you're.
No, you get married because this is somebody that you love and you want to spend the rest of your life with. You're not thinking about all the other bullshit. That's how you know it's fake as fuck. You know? And there's a lot of fake ass situations. I won't even bring them up because I don't want to be getting text messages while I'm on the fucking live right now, because this happens in everyday fucking life. It's hard to do platforms like this because everybody you know does this dumbass shit. That's why we don't do platforms and shit like this.
You're marrying for the wrong purposes. It is an asset if you're marrying from a place of.
How do you know how to marry if you've never been married? If you're marrying out of a place of in your heart and all this bullshit, you terminated 2 weddings and 2 engagements. You've been engaged 2 separate times, and you've been engaged 4 times allegedly. This out of your mouth. 2 of them, I'ma just guess that you had wedding dates that you backed out of because you know everything in this. What do they call it now? Emotional intelligence and all this shit. Sound like some AI bullshit. Emotional intelligence and shit. That's just the intelligence to put up with somebody's bullshit. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. What are we talking about?
Creating a family, of creating stability, of raising kids who can see this thing move and this house not be homeless, but this house have wealth in it, the real wealth that actually sustains. And so for me, I'd rather take my time choosing than end up doing time because I'm making wrong decisions. I'm good.
So you're by choice, basically. So you're single by choice and shit. One of those. Like, no, there's something deep down wrong with this woman, in my opinion. That's my humble opinion. You know, you got all that bread, you don't got, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You know, like I'm happily in a relationship, but let's just, back up a little bit. If I was on the prowl and I saw you look good, and you got money, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a prime target. Like, what are we talking about? I get money too. You feel me? I talk that shit too. Like, and then you're sitting up in here talking to Cam like he's some broke dude. Come on, man. Her definition of low value is anybody in the relationship that makes less than the other. If that ain't the most bullshit I ever heard, we're going to get to it, though.
Say less. Next question. How young are you willing to go?
Ooh, I love that. See, now this is when the conversation gets good.
Come on now. We want to know that.
I'm gonna.
Because, look, I told you now.
Listen.
She ain't even thinking about a connection. She's just thinking about her old 41-year-old ass. Come on, man. Ain't nobody getting, it better be somebody you already fucked with in the past. Because if it's a brand new dude, he is at best getting the worst of you, bro. At best, if he's getting anything left. What are we talking about? I'm not even hating, bro. I'm just saying. So you better be wanting something older, up to 55 or some shit. If you're 41, I mean, goddamn. Even that age, that's when a man really gets into his groove, like, as far as finances. So there ain't that many guys got $2 million that want a 41-year-old. That's my point. Man, it was hard for me to land the plane, but damn it, I landed it. There's not that many younger guys at that have $2 million, right, to begin with, and then want a 41-year-old woman at that. Okay, that's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to dig through the trash can and out the back and up in the alleyway. Like, you're gonna have to be looking for this shit. It's not gonna just pop up. Okay.
Hold on.
Come on.
What? Because you going or I'm going? Who going first?
You.
Okay. So I'm willing to, I think, late 20s.
Men, this is where you turn the TV all the way up. Go ahead.
Late 20s would be the youngest. However,
we got to put a number on.
So she's 41 years old and she's thirsty for a fucking 20-year-old. Late 20s, right? I can't make this up. I cannot make this up, man.
On that, though, like you 27, 26.
27-ish.
X's.
Mm-hmm. But,
okay, again,
it depends on.
So she wants 27, and we'll just say 26 to round it down. And she'll fuck with a 25-year-old if he wants her. She's just trying to be a little less delusional. You know what I'm saying? Black men do the least, but want the most. Hey, if that's your opinion, those are the guys that you dealt with. I deal with guys that do the most. We do the motherfucking most, So, whatever crew you've been, talking to, hey, T-Man, I'm telling you, man, the delusion is real. Yeah, she can't be exact for nothing. Like, what age is the guy that you want to deal with? Is he 27-ish? You know, like, come on, you're 41. You'll probably be 42 soon. Right?
The maturity level of that man.
But this is where, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
But this is where
I baited you. I knew where we were going.
Your patience has
Be there.
to give him the patience 100%. To bring his value up, or his function up to his
100%.
value.
100%.
Right.
100%.
But
100%.
So now
100%.
Nah, see, she's a shark. All she's doing is she's a she will be a great coach to teach women how to do like what Brittany Renner does. Right? Teach them how to get in the right areas and move this, you know what I'm saying? She's real. She will finesse you, bruh. She'll finesse you. A young guy that is just getting his thing going, like a Russell Wilson type of guy, would have to watch out for a woman like this because she's coming for you. She's got a little bit of bag. So when you're not really having it, she can be there to kind of make everything. She's going to finesse you, dog. This is funny.
100%
this
too.
100%.
A woman who has high value will not entertain or be patient with a guy that does not have.
Yeah, especially if she has certain.
100%.
100%. She will. Especially if she has certain. Cam. Especially if she has certain criterions that she knows most men of her age won't meet.
That's
yes, she has to.
So therefore, I'm telling you, a man of high value is a transactional type of thing. So to your point, it's like, I know, I look at you, I look at women all the time. I have a beautiful establishment that we're in right now, Fellowship. It garners a consumer that's about their business. This is not hookah smoking and standing on couches and, sex. No, it's not that. This is sugar daddy's addy in here.
Hey,
this is businesswoman. No, we need to get this on right.
Lord.
I see it happen so many times. Wow. Dress code. You're not coming in here with Jordans and flip-flops. Like you can't do that. You can't disrespect the altitude.
Yeah, the culture of what's here.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. So, and it's a lot of cook up. Black men as a collective don't provide our communities with resources, protections or security. I can't speak for all Black men. I know that I'm holding my shit down. I'm trying to provide resources to my family and maybe inspire other Black men around me, as well as raise good sons that respect women and respect themselves, right? But just because I have respect for a woman doesn't mean that I have to be stupid, though. See, a lot of women, with this social media age, I think they're exploiting how dumb men actually are in real life. Okay. So just because I'm a guy that's not dumb and I'm going to run my household, I'm not going to, I don't give a fuck how much money you are, how much money you make. I didn't treat you any different when you didn't have the bag. So don't blow up on me. You don't blow up on your mate. I'm not trying to stunt on you. I'm trying to stunt with you. That's what women don't understand. See, a dude, he'll do everything and beyond for a woman, for a broke ass woman, but a woman won't do shit for a broke man. You feel me? So you can look at it that way. I appreciate the comments, all of this. Subscribe to the channel because we're definitely going to be having these triggered conversations all the time. I promise you, especially when the fall and the winter season comes in. We're going to need somebody to vent to, and you definitely could come here and I'll give you a run for your money every morning if you need it. Let's get it.
The question is, still on. Damn. Yeah, man. And I just, for the sake of my cigar, I mean,
It's gone.
yeah, it's about to get there. I just want to ask a simple question.
And it's going to be a simple answer.
Hopefully, within the time frame of me smoking this cigar. Do you want to get married?
Hard, yes. Absolutely want to get married.
So my question is, if you've never seen a healthy marriage, how are you able to identify one?
So let me answer again. I didn't grow up in the household where a healthy marriage was something that was present for learned behavior. I am 41 years old.
Oh no, we know, we can see that. We can see that. You know, you look good for 41, but I mean, you don't look 35. You know, maybe you do look about 35. I'll give you some grace. You know, because you talk about how these kids, like Cam Newton's kids, Nick Cannon's kids, are gonna grow up and it's broken and all of this shit, but all of a sudden you've been able to be in that same fucked up situation. I'm sure didn't have as many resources as those guys. You know, that's problematic. You know, so these guys, I'm pretty sure it's going to be more guys trying to interview you now that, it's up and it's stuck. Maybe I can get an interview. Maybe we can get a live interview on here and get it going for real. You know, that last video got a lot of traction, a lot of new subscribers, a lot of traction, man. I appreciate that. It was dope.
An adult who has done a lot of work. So in today's world, with my work and my healing and my old friends who I have now made new friends, I now have, and I do see healthy relationships.
But none that you want to be like, yo,
no, because
I like what y'all have.
Right.
I want to emulate that.
No, and it's not because what they have isn't healthy. It's because I have a strong sense of self, and I'm not knocking people who look to other people and say, I would like that, or I get what you're saying. There's nothing wrong with that. But I have a strong sense of self, and I don't want what someone else has. I want what is aligned in God's will for me is. And so I have a strong understanding that what's for me ain't gonna look like your healthy relationship. And if I get caught up in, I want that, or I want it to mirror that, then I may be looking and meeting my husband saying, you don't fit this box, which is called compartmentalizing. And my husband, who's God sending to me after all my work, doesn't need to fit a box. He needs to come authentically who he is. And my job is to love him where he is, how he is, and pray on the ways that I don't understand, because I'm not supposed to lean onto my own understanding. I'm supposed to trust God in all his ways. And when doing that, that means I'm not looking for anything externally to idolize. When I have myself in God and I know that who my husband is, I will feel it. I don't have.
Man, this girl, how you gonna feel it? Allegedly, you know, that joint probably like a hot dog down the hallway. You know what I'm saying? You've been with a lot of guys. How you gonna know when it's the right man? How do I know you're not still sad about the last guy that you divorced? Like, if you loved him that much to where you'll get engaged to him, or you guys was getting down that much, 4 different engagements, all called off. This woman is a quitter. She's a quitter. She'll quit on you. That's the vibe that she gets. Man, we don't need that. We don't need a woman that's going to just quit. Just feel like, you know what? She's had enough of this relationship. Hey, I've already had 4. I called off 2 different weddings and 2 different engagements. What the hell? That's the kind of vibe she gives. Nah, the women, listen, we're not gonna start this man and woman shit. Like, you guys can make the video about Cam like everybody's been doing. Everybody got their videos about Cam Newton and his kids and everything. Now I want to go in, right? Because I see some inconsistencies in what's going on, and you want to get to talking about how black men get divorced more than all, you know, come on now. It's not us. A man will stay in a fucked up relationship for the rest of his life, man. I've seen guys. I know guys right now. They're unhappy in the relationship that they've been in for 25, 30 years, bro. They unhappy, dog. But they'll still stay there for the commitment and, you know, like, fuck, you know, I made a commitment. Guys, we stick to it. It's just like being a man. It's like, okay, well, fuck it. That means provide, protect, you know, all of this shit, even if it's lopsided, all of this shit, the laws and everything, I'm going to still be there. You know, that's what it is. It's the women. You guys are out of the door. 70% of you guys got a backup plan right now. You have a backup plan. You do. All women do. They always got somebody that they're talking to. Believe that. If you don't believe that, you're dumb. You're a dumb male. You know, it's somebody at her job. It's somebody, bro. Believe that. It's proximity. Women are all about proximity, bro. If you hang around a motherfucker long enough, that you're gonna give in. That's a woman. That's why the most persistent man always wins. Always, because he's in close proximity of this woman.
Have to see it in someone else's world. And the other thing is we got to be careful with want what somebody else has from the optics, because it could look like we want this beautiful mansion and we go in that house, excuse my language, that motherfucker's more homeless than people who sleep on the street. Because just because you got 4 walls and you have a marble floors and you have a gated home and you have a 10,000 or 20,000 square foot home doesn't mean that thing ain't more homeless than the person who's in a high-rise apartment or a person who's in a single apartment living in downtown LA and they're a student who's poor, okay? That has nothing to do with it. So I'd rather have a little apartment with my husband and baby, we got wealth, than be in a big mansion like a lot of people have done and be homeless in that thing. And I'm sitting here creating this image.
She's contradicting her whole shit, because when they asked her what type of man and what the fuck is she going for and what, you know, it's not adding up. You're not the girl that would just like the apartment with the, you know, Christmas presents and, you know, different things that make it a homely environment where you and your husband is in the kitchen with aprons on, cooking and shit, and, you know, sitting on the couch and, you know, all of this shit. Like, come on, man. You're not with that. You're not with that. So let's stop it.
For my people to admire me, but I'm dying in the inside. When you talk about resources and people, I don't want no friends around me who can see me as a mansion, but let me die as a homeless person internally. I'm good. And nor do I want to be the woman who says, I want what Cam and this.
Hey, man, listen. Listen, you gotta chill with that, man. You gotta chill. I already brought the statistics up, man. I'm not here to bash black women. You know, I don't know if this is your thing. I mean, we do this. We stop the shows for the chat. That we engage with our chats. You know, if you trolling, we don't kick you out. We don't do none of that shit. I'm gonna address you. Occasionally, I'm gonna ask you to come up and substantiate your argument. You know, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Now stop bashing black men. And this is not about bashing black women. This is about this delusional ass woman that's teaching black women the wrong blueprint. You hear a guy in here, he said, I'm already with the woman I'm gonna die with. You heard him. That's a commitment, right? He said he's already with the woman that he's probably gonna die with, man. There we go. Kenneth Young, salute to you, brother. That's what it is. Bank statement. I've been with my black woman 15 years in October. Come on, man. It ain't no game. You know, I've been with mine for over 20. So, I mean, what the shit, that was a commitment that was made back when I was a young boy. Right? So I don't want to hear that shit, basically. You know, this woman, she's been choosing wrong. She's opening her legs up too much. And just because she's got money, she feels like all the world is supposed to just come crashing down. Everything's going to be about her. It's gotten you nowhere. At the end of the day, you can run around flossing like today's just the day. But then in the end, what are you going to have? Are you going to have a man? You need to be trying to get with a man, get cooperative, submissive while you're young, instead of chasing fucking rainbows and shit. Like a goldfish in a fish tank. You know, every time you go to this side, it looks like a new tank. You swim to this side. Hey, this is a new tank. Swim to the other side. Hey, this is a new tank. Like, at the end of the day, you got to stop being so stupid. Men and women. You know? Black men are committed to black women. It's a fact. We might not be signing papers as much as the statistics should say, or, you know, whatever, but I don't think that constitutes the love that somebody has for somebody. I don't. And we need to stop that on these YouTube streets and, you know, all these dating gurus and, you know, all of this bullshit. We got to stop that. That's not the measure of the love for a man that he has for you. You know what I'm saying? And look, every guy is not going to treat you like a queen. You're not everybody's queen. Just because you run around with $2 million and running around, you done had plenty of engagements and shit. So I'm looking at a woman that's been used. It's like a car with 4 different owners. Plus all the other guys that rented it. You know, these guys owned it. It used to be a rent-a-car, right? That's when you're out you're for the streets. It's a rent-a-car, right? Then, you know, okay, so now you bought the car. You know, that's the engagement. I bought this car. You know, it's been used. That's my point. So she might need to lower her expectations and pump her attitude down, or she's going to be single for the rest of her life. That's the cold reality. It is shit. It doesn't matter to me. I'm already in a relationship. It don't matter to me. But if this information can help another woman understand that you don't have until you're 32 and 35 and 39. And, you know, if you keep going with that pattern right there, you're going to end up with no man. Okay. And by the time your hair starts belling out, like we talk about the men, we talk about the men's hair belling, and, you know, we talk about this all the time. The hairlines, and, you know, you women, your hairlines are belling too now. We got to stop that shit now. We got to stop pointing the finger and, you know, all of this extra shit. How are you going to teach a woman about her self-esteem and everything and all of this, and you're running around superficial? You have a weave on your head. And we're going to go to a psychiatrist. We're going to go talk to somebody. I need it to be somebody that's natural, standing in front of me, that is comfortable in her own damn skin. Not a woman that is a Build-A-Bear type of woman that thinks that going to Vegas and, you know, all of this fun shit is worth more than taking care of a family. I just can't risk it. That's what I'm saying. I can't risk that. And most men, we're just not going to risk it. We're not going to argue with you women. And we're not going to complain about it. We're going to call it what it is. We're not going to fuck with you that way. And we're going to keep it moving. That's what guys have been doing. I hear it all the time on these platforms. Oh, guys complain about women. They're complaining. No, they're not complaining. Now, the conversation is we're going to either get in the conversation or we're not. A lot of guys engage in the conversation. A lot of guys just sit back and listen. It's all entertainment at the end of the day. Rather, if you're over here, you're over on one of the other channels, you know, it's all entertainment at the end of the day. Nobody is that invested in it. I got to go to Costco's and shit, get groceries. And, you know, it's a household that has to function, whether YouTube is an app or not. Rather, if I can go on YouTube and hear people and sort through their problems or not. Get with your man young. Show some type of fucking commitment. Because a girl that been down with me 10 years is hell of a lot more loyal than a bride that just popped up. I tell you that. Fuck that. Yeah, it might be fun with that girl that just popped up. Of course, that's our nature. But that don't mean that we're gonna go for the carrot. We're not just gonna go for the carrot.
Woman has, not knowing that when this woman goes wherever she going, she's really speaking the real about what y'all got going, but she not gonna tell me because she wants me to keep feeding her trauma, which is that mask and that costume she's wearing, to make people think that relationship is good. I'll pass. I'll take what God has for me, and I will continue to pray for those who I see have a healthy relationship and support them. But I don't want nothing nobody has because it's not mine. And if it ain't yours, y'all, you can't keep it. You can't sustain it. So stop wanting things that ain't yours. Stop wanting things that don't belong to you. That's called despair. Get you some help. Get you some healing, get you a sense of self, and start wanting things that are yours. And then you may not end up with a man who's beating your ass because you thought he was putting her on jets and buying her Birkin bags and taking her to nice restaurants when she was going home.
Hey, lady. It seemed now, you know, I'm no psychiatrist now, you know, but it sounds like she's working through some type of trauma. And this is a point in this interview where, you know, she's been getting a little open about it, right? And I don't advocate for guys to hit women, and, you know, I'm totally against that. I'm totally against that. I have daughters. I don't know what I would do. I'm not going to say that I'm just going to crash out, but like I said, I don't know what my emotions will do if another man put his hands on my daughters, right? So I don't advocate for that. Men, keep your hands to yourself. If this woman is that disrespectful that she's going to put her fucking hands on you or talk to you crazy, you need to leave her immediately. Okay? And they putting guys in jail for this shit. You know, there's a whole lineup of dudes in jail. 20% of the men in jail, I bet. Go do the research. Is domestic violence. So it's obviously women don't give a fuck about you. It's all about what you can do for a woman. And either you're going to play the game, it's unfair, you're going to play that shit, build your legacy. If your legacy is your kids, then you're going to have to go through the bullshit. You might have to get hit with the child support. You might, but is it worth your legacy? Don't let a child support law, stop you from achieving the greatest thing, and that's to build a family. We got to stop being scared of a dollar amount that you're going to have to pay for a child, because the amount of love and happiness that child is going to bring you is unmatched. It's worth it. It is. It's worth it. You know, if I didn't have kids, but I knew what it's like, I have this feeling, I know what it's like. And it's like, hey, man, if you're going to have a kid, you're going to have to pay this. You're going to have to go through this bullshit to look at my baby's face. I would do it. I would do it. You know, and that's a black man telling you this, that the guys that don't take care of their kids, right? That's what society wants everybody to think, that we don't take care of our kids. You know? Yeah. She's crazy, man. This woman is nuts. So she's working through some stuff.
Things that ain't yours. Stop wanting things that don't belong to you. That's called despair. Get you some help. get you some healing, get you a sense of self, and start wanting things that are yours. And then you may not end up with a man who's beating your ass because you thought he was putting her on jets and buying her Birkin bags and taking her to nice restaurants when she was going home getting her ass beat. But you wanted it though, right? Be careful what you ask for. Start asking God, reveal to me what I'm saying I want, so I understand the transparency of it. God, reveal to me what's mine, so I can have that, and I don't end up praying to you to get out of it. And I don't rush to the—
Well, why don't you have anything now, and why are you still fucking? So you fuck all these guys allegedly, right? So you're talking about what God's gonna give you. Don't you think, I'm not trying to get religious on here, but don't you think if God was gonna give you something, he would probably give it to you faster if you stop fucking and actually trust in him and believe that, believe in what he's gonna send you? Or is he gonna just all of a sudden a guy texts your phone that you met and he's the perfect guy, but you look at the test, getting bent over from the back, and you read the text and shit, you don't respond, but you still see the text. Oh God, oh, that's a sign from God. Like, come on, man. You out here fornicating allegedly with God you wasn't married. You got all these not divorces, but engagements and all this. You've been fiance. You're so many dudes ex-fiance, it's ridiculous. You feel me? It's like, oh, that's my ex-fiance. Oh, that's my ex-fiance. Oh, that's my ex-fiance. Oh, that's my ex-fiance. Like, what are we talking about? And I'm supposed to be the dummy, right? The high-value dummy. The high-functioning Dumbo. That shit's funny, dog. Hit the fucking subscribe button, man. You know this shit is hilarious. Let's get it in. Let's get on this high function. Subscribe. Subscribe to the channel.
the altar just to become a divorcee or a baby mama or a baby daddy. We don't want what nobody else has. We want what's ours, because that is good enough.
You caught the pig. Just because you talking loud, just because
I wasn't loud.
Just because your voice is inflected.
I wasn't loud.
Just because you're leaning forward to your
I
camera.
wasn't loud.
Doesn't mean you just caught a pig.
I'm talking to my people. I'm talking to my people.
All I'm trying to say is you took something completely out of context when I said your resources around you that you said.
Yes. We cleared that up though.
Yeah, but the resources that you have around you of healthy relationships.
They are.
Not that you want that. You said, you took what I said and I said, I want that, but it's not, I want what they have.
I don't.
It's more of an admiration for what they have. And it's like, yo, like I admire that about their relationship.
There you go. Now,
okay.
Hold on. Because the latter part, I have single girlfriends I admire how they are as women. I have married girlfriends who I do admire their relationship, meaning I love that it's healthy for you. I love that you and him are doing this.
Yeah, but you're talking about mansions and beating and all that.
Cam,
I ain't mentioned none of that. I just said.
Cam, if it went over your dreadlocks, bring it back.
Yeah,
Let's
but
stay
you're
here.
talking about you catching pics, but you just over here you on a TV timeout.
Cam, we're not on the football field. Let's bring it back here.
Yeah,
I took it to the football field. I'm sorry. We're back here. I brought it back, baby. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm not fleeing. I'm here.
Say less.
I'm here. Yeah.
So all I was saying is you saying that that's what I like is more of a wordplay to saying I admire what they have and I want to implement that into my relationship as well. Single people can't coach relationship people. And I think that is what happens too often. So when I'm asking questions.
Right. Single people can't coach. You can't. You've been in at least four failed fucking relationships. Deep ones. You say, oh yeah, I've been in 3 serious relationships. You know what I'm saying? That's a guy, right? Yeah, I've been in 3 serious. You know, you smashed a dozen or, you know, however much your body count is, but you've been in 3 or 4 serious relationships. Like this woman, she's been in at least 4 deep ass relationships. Like, I'm not going to be in no shallow relationship and then ask you to marry me. Like, you know, I'm not going to do that, right? We're not doing that. Okay? Hit the like button, subscribe button.
Is about resources. When I'm asking questions about you, hard yes for a married man, I'm saying I'm triggered when I hear that as a man. When I ask you, do you have healthy marriages that you've seen, witnessed, been a part of, or admired? And you clearly said no.
And I clearly said yes. But my admiration doesn't go as far as, in your exact words, I would want that. No, I don't want anything that somebody else is. I want to help them have more of the good stuff. Okay? But in the sense of, you know, again, people who are doing well.
She doesn't know what the fuck she wants, and her expectations are absolutely unrealistic and through the roof. Is that fair? I think that's fair. This woman is delusional. And that doesn't say that she's not a good woman. You know, I'm not saying that she's not a good woman, but her expectations, she's delusional. So you haven't saw one relationship that you can see like, oh man, that, you know, your grandma, grandpa, nobody. You haven't saw not one relationship that you could say, you know what, I like that relationship, right? You know, they might argue sometimes, they might do this, but one thing I notice is that Bill is always there for Antoinette, or you know what I'm saying? You like that. It might be your neighbor, right? So nah, this shit crazy, man. We know I ain't stupid, dog. And the women, they ain't come to, a couple of them came today, but it wasn't like yesterday, you know, because you guys ain't got shit to say, man. I'm unraveling this shit. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's a race to 10,000 subs. Let's go.
Married or not, but I want to go back to what you said is triggering to you, because I love that you said that, and a lot of people think that, you know, and it's not wrong. I get it. You know, a single woman or even a woman with no kids, how can she coach or therapy a woman who is a mother? Or a single woman, how can she coach or therapy or help or be a psychologist with people who are having marital issues?
You're single.
I'm single.
Okay.
Yes, I'm single, and so I love what you're saying, because I don't know what other therapists, psychologists, or coaches do, but I don't coach married couples. Stick with me. People come to me who are married. I'm helping each.
Get the fuck out of here, man. She got too much game, dog. She got too much game. She's like a dude. I'm telling you. She's like a dude. She could say anything and keep a straight face, you know, everything. You know, this is crazy. This is fucking nuts.
Of them process their own stuff. Because what a marriage is, and your mama will know it, because she's a church woman, and from what she said beyond wise,
years
right?
Of marriage.
And even what she said about marriage, everybody want to go to heaven, but you know there's a lot of hell in it. And love that she said that. Marriage, like the Bible says, is cleaving. Cleaving does this. Cleaving does this. Cleaving doesn't do this. And so when people come to me married, they're doing similar to Mama's statement. They're coming to me like this. And so I'm not counseling married couples. I'm counseling individuals who are coming with so many issues within themselves.
Bullshit. She is full of shit, man. Damn, she's full of shit. She is full of shit, bruh. I'm not. Come on, man. Some of these women, hey, they deserve to remain single. You know what I'm saying? Fat Farm Ray with a Duke Buck City, North Carolina. What's she talking about? Kevin Samuel. Hey, Kevin Samuel, listen, when Kevin Samuels left, you know, the women just went nuts. They just came up out the woodworks, man. They were celebrating this guy. So I had to look into it. Like, I really had to, I said, you know what? I've checked it out, but let me check this content out again, because anything that a woman gets just overexcited about, it's definitely something that you might want to check out as a man. You feel me? Because that's the way we have continued to monitor the way these women move, and these modern women, right? She's practices emotional intelligence in it. It's funny how 2 years ago nobody was talking about emotional intelligence. You feel me? Blackology, you know, I don't know. She went to school for that. That's why it's more of a swindle, don't you think? It's more of a swindle. She went to school for that. This crazy. Like, how are you going to talk about relationships and then say that you're not a relationship expert, or, you know, because people have quoted that, you know, on Facebook posts and, you know, whatever, that, you know, this relationship expert schooled Cam Newton and, you know, all of this, and talking about his kids and the broken homes. That's what we're talking about. We're here for the broken homes. I know we've been all around the bush, chasing each other all around the bush. He said, how you going to talk about single moms and you're not one? Hey, look, I don't know. I don't know what side you on. we here for the conversation though, man. Hit the like button, enjoy the stream.
That they married on paper, but they ain't never even had a chance to be married mentally, emotionally, spiritually, sexually, intellectually in any way. But what happens is, as I help them as individuals process through their traumas and their pain and their intergenerational issues, they magically either usually cleave, or not many, but some depart. Because you cannot cleave without shedding. And the shedding that cleaving takes is the shedding of your stuff, your ego, your emotions, your trauma, your pain pockets. And when you shed of that, the cleaving was already waiting there for you. So it's not that anyone, even other therapists, are teaching married people how to cleave or be married. They're really breaking down the barriers that people have that are keeping them from being loving or in love, or like Mom said, keeping them from going not only to heaven, but sometimes taking that detour to hell just to get to heaven again, just to get back to hell, to get back to heaven. Yeah. And so I don't teach them how to be married, because I don't think that's something that can be taught. I think that comes through each.
No, I think that if you were married, you could teach that, right? If you had a healthy relationship, you could probably better serve them, because a lot of people come for marriage counseling and shit. So you're basically saying that all marriage counseling is just bullshit? No, shit, let me know. Right? So no, you can't teach it if you haven't been through it. You can't. I'm sorry.
Individual marriage couple, because there's not one way to do it. I'm helping them break down the barriers that are keeping them from what they really want, which is to be safe, to be in love, to go to this heaven space, but to learn how to have the bandwidth to get through the journey of hell that comes as well.
Yeah, I must ask this question, because I'm a product of this.
Yeah.
Has your profession affected your outlook on a relationship?
100%.
How?
Will be very, very grateful to all of my clients these past 16, 17 years, because my female clients have helped shape me to have more compassion. It has helped shape me to have better understanding of the pressures.
But you're 41 years old and fucking single, like all the girls in the chat is going to be single just like you because they worship you. Right? At some point, as a man, if there's somebody that's just a fucking moron and you're not going to listen to him. I mean, you know, like this woman has no, like, bro, that's ridiculous. No telling how many abortions and Plan Bs and shit came with it. Like this woman, you know, listen, allegedly, just take the face off and just a woman like with these stats, with these statistical stats, right? Shit, did I get my tuxedo on and then you called the wedding off? Like, how did that work? I would like to unpack that. I wish somebody could probably unpack that. Like, okay, you called off 2 weddings. Did you get his family to fly in? Did everybody get to the, like, when did you call it off? Was it 2 weeks before? Did I have to get a tuxedo yet? You know, I don't know, man. You gotta answer these questions.
And the seasons that come in motherhood, that come in marriage. And my male clients, particularly my Black male clients, the married ones, have really gave me insight on the weight that comes with being a husband, being a father, how much they really are giving their all and trying their best, but it looks different to her. And so learning how to read and communicate, Cam, what does it mean when you text me randomly throughout the day and just say, what are you doing? Is that a message? What are you doing? Is that a message where you're just trying to tell me, baby,
I'm checking on you. I'm checking on my shit. That's what a real man does. We don't got to get on this I love you shit all the time, dog. Sometimes it's just, you know, I want to see where the fuck you at. Make sure I'm checking on you. Like the Cleaver girl and all this shit. She talking all this shit about Black women are the most sex trafficked and, you know, all of this shit. Look, I'm calling to check on you to see if you need me. I don't got to say I love you all the time. Right? It should be obvious. There's millions and billions of women in the world, and I chose you. That should be the obvious shit right there. I deal with your bullshit all the time. Ups and downs, up the roller coaster, dealing with you all the fucking time. Like, what are you talking about? You don't think it'd be easier without a woman? Single guys, they get way more than fucking married guys. Married guys don't get shit. There's so many married guys in the strip club right now, rolling down I-90. Come on, man. It's sad, dog. You got to look at this shit from a different lens.
I love you, but you didn't say the words. So if I know that what are you doing means I love you, as your wife, the Bible says, love you by knowledge of you, not understanding, knowledge. I now know how to code that. So that helps me not personalize, but you ain't doing it my way. But you didn't say, I love you. And you saying, but baby, I say what you're doing, and that means I love you. So my clients have helped me dissipate my ego. And they have helped me not only gain a sense of self, but understand the different languages that men can speak. Also, it's allowed me to have more compassion and break my fairy tale ideology that women have. I always say this, men get married and become a father and go, oh, shoot. Okay, I didn't know it was going to take all of this. Game time. Let me try to figure this out. Let me try to see if I can do this and do that and get the card and do this and love her more and balance all this. Women, we meet you and we're like, our idea and our fairy tale is you are Prince Charming, honey. And then we try to get you to fit Prince Charming. And the more you don't fit it, the more y'all end up in my office going, but.
So you're delusional. So let's stop being delusional so that we won't end up in the office instead of trying to create this type of delusion. You're contributing to it.
he doesn't do this. Well, has he ever did it? No, but I always just thought my husband would, your husband or this man. So are you getting to know who you with? Or are you making this man fit this fairy tale ideology that doesn't even exist anyways? And so women come and lead with fit this, or you have no value. Men come in and go, all right, I'm here and I'm gonna learn how to be the best I can for you. And then women do what? You're taking too long. You're not getting there because you haven't fit the box of the fairy tale. So for me, it's helped me break down what all of my clients know. Y'all know I call it the fairy tale ideology. And I'm not exaggerating, Cam. I want to say 100%, but I'm going to go 99.9% of women who come in my office, I'm having to work on breaking their fairy tale ideology of their husband. And hold on, let me say this. To his defense, they almost always have an amazing husband. But because his amazingness doesn't fit her idea of amazing, guess what? He ain't shit.
Right. So that's why you broke off 4 engagements. You can't say nobody didn't try to talk to you, bro. I don't want to hear that. You know, you get into the bag. This is the type of shit. And we're going to talk about that when he asked her about the type of man that she's going to want. And you know what I'm saying? They got into it. These are the type of women that, guys, I mean, I'm not going to say steer away from them, but man, 41, like what could you do for me? Like how many kids, like, let's be honest. I got more than 5 kids now. So let's say I was a man with none. Obviously, I want a lot of kids, so what about the guys that want a lot of kids? What are you going to do? How are you going to pull that off at that age? And know how you're going to be dealing with postpartum and, all these complications. And, a lot of times in that delivery room, that's why I love mine. And I thank her for giving me this beautiful fucking family. Them times are very scary sometimes, man, because you see a lot. And when women go through C-sections and stuff, they trying to do this and get the baby out and make sure they don't leave any instruments inside the body, and they counting this, counting that, and you're there, she cut open, and it's like, damn, like this shit gets real. It gets real. So a woman waiting until she gets that age, it's almost guaranteed that that's the type of shit that you're going to have to go through. So why wait till you're old? Even a man, yeah, we can produce babies, but at 41, depending on how you taking care of yourself, man, your bones and shit, shit ain't the same, bruh. For most of us that get that age. So hey, man, she getting to the bag though. I guess that's all that matters to her in her life.
To her. And remember, I have no emotional investment besides I really want them to work through this. I'm going, so because he don't fit your tone of red, you gonna tell me this man still ain't red?
He burgundy though.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't really want to attack or, really speak on your clientele, but obviously with my research, you spoke about low functioning
fair
individuals, male and female.
This gonna get good, fair use.
What's the percentage of males or females that you counsel that are low functioning? What's that percentage?
Love it. Collectively, or you want me to go male and female?
Break it down from male and female.
Okay. I would say, interesting enough, I would say that there are 70% low functioning women, 40% low functioning men.
What? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, with those low functioning men, did they ever say that a man of high function will never really know true love?
No, I don't even believe that, but no.
Okay. So what identifies a woman to be high functioning?
A high functioning woman is a woman who wants you. She doesn't need you. And let me clear that up. When I say she doesn't need you, it doesn't mean she's independent.
Hold on, let me back that up just a little bit, because she be rambling.
Individuals, male and female. What's the percentage of males or females that you counsel that are low functioning? What's that percentage?
I love it. Collectively, or you want me to go male and female?
Break it down from male and female.
Okay. I would say, interesting enough, I would say that there are 70% low functioning women, 40% low functioning men.
What? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, with those low functioning men, did they ever say that a man of high function will never really know true love?
No, I don't even believe that, but no.
Okay. So what identifies a woman to be high functioning?
A high functioning
gotta be
woman is a
fun.
woman who wants you. She doesn't need you. And let me clear that up. When I say she doesn't need you, it doesn't mean she's independent. That means she is interdependent. I only not need you because my pain doesn't need your pain. My dysfunction doesn't need your dysfunction to feed it.
She's full of shit, dog. She makes some relevant points, but that's only 2 out of 10 of her punchlines make perfect sense. Most of this shit is a lot of filler shit that she's heard. It's a lot of trendy. She talks real trendy. You can tell she's hanging around some people. And I can tell that her circle, her immediate circle, looks at her like she's like the best thing since sliced bread. And a lot of times a woman's ego will get past her. You know, I'm gonna just keep it like that.
For us to be in this relationship, meaning I don't need a trauma bond with you. Okay? She wants you because she wants the healed part of you, but has the capacity, because we're all human, we ain't perfect, to facilitate and deal with the unhealed part of you that's gonna show up in the relationship at some point. And hers is gonna show up too, mine is gonna show up too. And so that's why I always say, I want a hybrid. I want a hybrid for y'all out there who wanna know, meaning a man who's high functioning enough to meet.
Here's some more of these fucking unrealistic expectations. Unrealistic expectations. I think that's what the next show gonna be. Unrealistic expectations.
He wants the healed part of you, but has the capacity, because we're all human, we ain't perfect, to facilitate and deal with the unhealed part of you that's gonna show up in the relationship at some point. And hers is gonna show up too, mine is gonna show up too. And so that's why I always say, I want a hybrid. I want a hybrid for y'all out there who wanna know, meaning a man who's high functioning enough to meet my healthy high functioning, but low functioning enough to deal with me when my abandonment inflames, to deal with me when some of my dysfunctions that I'm still working on inflame. Because if he's too high functioning, guess what? He doesn't have the bandwidth to deal with the low functioning part, which then means he can only connect with folks who are not being fully authentic within themselves. Meaning you may have a loving relationship, but you won't have a real intimate, deep, vulnerable relationship. I'm a woman who seeks connection and vulnerability. I'm not into casualties or casual sex, just TMI or not, meaning I like the depth of things. And so I need you to see me. I need you to see my broken. I want you to see my heart, whatever that comes with. And I'm not embarrassed about it. I'll tell you about it. I'll show it to you. And I'm okay with a man who can facilitate it. But what a high functioning man may do is if he's all the way high functioning, he has already cut off the side of him that is authentic, and there's a superficialness there that won't allow him to connect with a real person. So can he still love and experience love? Yeah, love has it just loves everything. But will he experience the depth of some of the wholeness of love, meaning the down, the up, the ugly, the heaven, the hell mom was talking about? No. And let me say this really quick, and this is why trauma bonds usually feel like the most intense, in love, deepest relationships, because you got two at the epitome of vulnerability, pain pocket people who are bonding. And most people who are low functioning are exactly who they are. Exactly who they are. Doesn't make it bad for being who they are. Exactly who they are. That's their pain, their trauma. They gonna flee, they gonna scream, they gonna hit, they gonna do whatever comes up. Right? Fuck it, I'm mad. Whatever comes up, there's no awareness, there's no stop, there's no nothing. I'm triggered, I'm inflamed, we just go to tear this thing up. Right? High functioning only means, Cam, that I feel them same feels. I still feel, excuse my language, you got me fucked up. I'm ready to go there. I'm flamed, I'm triggered. It's all there, right? But
hey, this reeks toxicity, but I'm gonna let her rap.
It's still dormant. It's still in me. And high functioning means I can regulate those emotions. Watch this and say, okay, right now I'm ready to rip this man's head off. Right now he got me all the way fucked up. Okay, so how do I relay that message to him where it's gonna be respectful, it's gonna be non-combative, and I'm gonna disarm him while he still knows.
Hey, thanks, Pure Blood. Salute to you.
You got me fucked up. Because I don't have to say those words for you to know, I think I went too far with Doc. And you still feel respected and loved, so that I just disarmed you, and we can still have an engaging, emotionally intelligent conversation that ends in resolve, whether resolve means.
See, this is the thing that women don't understand. How the fuck am I supposed to get to the bag and learn all of this fucking bullshit? Right? Right? This is ridiculous. How am I supposed to manage a day and to do all of the other shit that men are supposed to do? Like watch out for intruders on my property and shit. Cut the grass, do this, do that. Go to work, bring home the bacon. She's not fucking with a regular guy. I got to have some type of business. Nick Cannon asked, will she mess with a janitor? She said, yeah, if he owns the janitorial company. Like, come on. So I got to do all of this shit, LLC, taxes. You know, there's a lot of things that come with this. Plus, you're 41 years old at that. And it might be maybe you can have kids, maybe you can't. Right? At that age. That's where we got to look at it. You know, if I bought a cow and it was an older cow, then I got to look at it like, okay, well, how many babies would this cow give me? You know, or am I just getting it just for the meat? You know, some guys, they don't want it to see if it's going to produce good quality stock. You know, they just want it for the meat. So I don't know. This is looking kind of dicey, if you ask me.
Win-win, because resolve is really win-win, or one person wins or none, and we agree to disagree, and we can still go to the cigar lounge and have a drink and you have your cigar. But low functioning people gonna tear this thing up with no emotional regulation. They're also gonna choose a person who does it with them and allows them to do it. Because I only can do to you what you allow me to do. Because if I start cutting up in here and you say, Doc, we love you, love to have you here, but you gotta go and you're not welcome back. There's no pun intended. That's not our culture here. Guess what? I can't do that again. And that's not called fleeing. You emotionally, intelligently said, Doc, love you here. You're a great guest, but that's not our culture. We don't do that here. Now I have a choice to make. Do I want to be in a relationship with Cam? Do I want to be welcome back here? Self-inventory. You just did me the best favor you could have ever did. By excusing me, you blessed me. Because now I got to look at myself and say, what needs to be done for me to fit in this? Now let's flip it.
So this isn't, see, and when a woman's going to go through these steps and you're going to end up 41 years old with no kids and no man. And I'm not saying that that's the worst thing in the world. I'm not. You know, I know chicks that had kids at 40, you know what I'm saying? But it's just not the good practice for you to do. You know, women got mad at Kevin Samuels because he told you guys to pump your brakes. Your expectations were too high. You need to settle down, get a man working at Burger King while you're young and watch him elevate until he gets through school. You're being there, you're being loyal, you're being submissive. You're not treating him a certain kind of way because he makes $40,000 a year. Okay? Like, what are you? If you're going to be a prostitute, then just say it. Just say it if that's what you're here for. Okay? So it's not a man versus woman thing. It's not.
I'm with a dude who's turned up. He's a womanizer. He got all these women. He spent money on me. He treat me good. And what you said earlier, he D's me down. You didn't say you would D me down, but use the D word, clarity. He D's me down. And so I come in and I tell him, no, I'm just like, I'm not a woman. I'm like wholesome. I'm not into casual sex. I don't do all that, but I'm in love with him. And he lets me know, check this out, baby. Daddy love you. There's a place for you here, but not like that. You got to be able to do these things. Check back in when you can. That woman has a choice to make too. She goes and takes self-inventory and says, do I want to do these things so I can fit in with daddy? Or do I want to stay true to who I am? Either way, it's a choice. But high-functioning people have the ability to take a step back internally, not
and be on some bullshit. That's what it sounds like.
Physically, process what they feel, hear their emotions.
Super red flag. Super red flag.
In the real space that they're saying, because my emotions curse people out and things all day. But I regulate it, code switch it, deliver the message so you're receptive to it and you feel it with love. But I'm saying the same damn thing I was saying in here. And now we have a relationship. Now we have respect.
Facts, Davion.
Respect. And now we good. And now, like your mama said, because I love that quote, tell her that, please, I love that. We can go to heaven together and we can take this journey to hell as well.
But no, are you willing to go to hell?
No, I just said both.
Yeah.
Both.
So, but I don't think my question was clear, or the answer wasn't clear as far as a high functioning woman.
Yeah.
And
it's simple. High functioning woman feels the same thing a low functioning woman feels.
It's bullshit. If the shoe was on the other foot, it's not the same standards for both. And I'm not all about being equal. I know it ain't equal. Men and we ain't equal. Men and women ain't equal, man. I'm the first to tell you that.
She does two things differently. High functioning woman can regulate her emotions to articulate it so it comes out with emotional intelligence.
Okay.
And she uses what she feels, and chooses with her healthy self and not her dysfunctional self.
Okay.
That's the only difference.
Now, explain to me what a high-functioning man is.
A high-functioning man, identical to a woman. He can feel what he feels, he regulates his emotions, and he chooses how he's going to deliver that message so that woman receives it, and she's not armed, and now we're at war. That's what a high-functioning man does. And he's also able to sit through hard, challenging conversations without fleeing or abandoning that woman, and using his emotional intelligence that says, I hear you, And I understand you. But baby, I don't agree with that one part.
There's a lot of things that I don't agree with
I don't agree with that.
in this conversation.
Yeah.
Going back to what I said, with that 40% of men who are high functioning that you counsel, what I said was, most men understand this. We don't really find true love because it's what can you do for me?
Right.
Because a man's job is to provide. Now, this is where most high vibrational man, high functioning man go through. As far as being emotionally intelligent, that still does not qualify you as being high vibrational. The thing that is often said on two counterparts, two species, from a woman, it's about self-worth, how I feel. I'm not going to allow you to treat me like this. I'm not going to allow you to talk to me like this. I know my non-negotiables. I know my worth. Fine. That is are all qualifying things for any woman to say to herself or to the universe, I'm high vibrational. Now, the thing for me is that doesn't qualify for men, because you can have all the emotional intelligence, all the trigger points to be able to communicate. But if you stand at your mama house, all that's out the door. You understand what I'm saying? So society dictates what a
Exactly. So we talking about high functioning, high value, and this is when she switched it up, because I thought she was just trying to put a spin on what Kevin Samuels was doing, right? So then he said, okay, so let's say you're high functioning, you're this good guy, you're trustworthy guy, you know, you bring a lot of, you might be a builder, teach the kids how to build, you know, you're high functioning, you're in their life, you drop them off to school, you walk, pick them up, all of this shit, but you just don't have the bag, right? So at the end of the day, men, we pick a woman all the time because she has qualities, but she doesn't have a bag, and then we'll put her up on this pedestal, right? But women, they don't do that shit with us, bro. They look right over us like we ain't shit. If we don't have that money, it don't matter if you're high value, high functioning or nothing. That shit don't matter, bro. Straight up.
man's value is, respectfully, and it's shameful to say it that way, but that's the surface level identifier of a high vibrational man, amongst other things. Now, these things are what women always say, oh, well, I'm not doing this, or yeah, this, that, and the third, and that's fine. But
Let me
different
unpack this again.
This conversation.
Yeah.
Going back to what I said, with that 40% of men who are high functioning that you counsel, what I said was, most men understand this. We don't really find true love because it's what can you do for me?
Right.
Because a man's job is to provide. Now, this is where most high vibrational men, high functioning man go through. As far as being emotionally intelligent, that still does not qualify you as being high vibrational. The thing that is often said on two counterparts, two species, from a woman, it's about self-worth, how I feel. I'm not going to allow you to treat me like this. I'm not going to allow you to talk to me like this. I know my non-negotiables. I know my worth. Fine. That are all qualifying things for.
That's fair. Right. Yeah, men don't receive unconditional love. You know? Hey, even a puppy. King Lion, man. Salute to you, brother. That's a great comment, man. Look, we don't get the we don't get the unconditional. Hey, it could be last year, everything was good. You lose your job, relationship's over, bro. You know, I've seen it before. I've seen it before, man.
For any woman to say to herself or to the universe, I'm high vibrational. Now, the thing for me is that doesn't qualify for men, because you can have all the emotional intelligence, all the trigger points to be able to communicate. But if you stand at your mama house, all that's out the door. You understand what I'm saying? So society dictates what a man's value is, respectfully. And
she got more game than this guy because she's street smart. She done fuck with guys with game. She's been exposed with guys in the streets with game. It's a fact that a guy in the streets with game is gonna have the social advantage and be able to talk that shit more than one of these athletes. So she's moving like that. So she gonna soak up what he's gonna say, and then she's gonna come with a good comeback. She gonna come with a good ass comeback. You dig? John Kramer with the motherfucking super chat, my brother. Appreciate you.
I never knew that I would do numbers like this. I make a move. I'm tryna win. Ain't tryna lose. I'm tryna win. Ain't tryna lose.
Hey man, the contribution is always felt. Appreciate you, my brother. Buck City for the win. You know how we do. Always on this Wake and Bake. Hit the like and subscribe button for more of these videos. We got it popping, man. Go check the channel out. We got tons of videos.
it's shameful to say it that way, but that's the surface level identifier of a high vibrational man, amongst other things. Now, these things are what women always say, oh, well, I'm not doing this, or yeah, this, that, and the third, and that's fine. But different rules for different species.
You're like, that's fine.
So
Right.
that's where I'm saying to you, it's like, okay, for that 40% or that 70% of high vibrational women, it's a little bit, the rules are a little different for men. And you can't say it's not, because it actually is.
It is.
All that, he's fit, girl, I mean, everything. I mean, this, that, and the third. But Dr. Bryant ain't gonna talk to no guy that can, number one, protect her physically, emotionally, and gives her the stability to live her life as she see fit. And that's where the high vibrational man steps in, and we don't need that from a high vibrational woman. So that's my caveat.
Okay, got it. You made a lot of really good points. So a man living in his mama.
Here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes, man. Look, I ain't gonna hold you.
Got it. You made a lot of really good points. So a man living in his mama house means he's low value, but can still be high functioning. High functioning and high value man are two different things. High valued man is more about value. What are you offering financially? What can you do for me? How can you provide for me? It has nothing to do with emotions. This is why you have a lot of high valued women and men who are extremely.
I think this shit is bullshit because, you know, like at different, you know, just in different parts of the country, you know, a guy could live a certain kind of way and another guy could live a certain kind of way, bro. I think it's bullshit. I think money, a man's value, of course, you want to have things. You want to have something to pass on, a legacy. You know, you don't want to be pushed off the map. You want to have a place where your family can thrive and grow, right? With plenty of space for expansion. But the man's value is so much more than just his bank account or his money, you know, and that's how shallow these women are. And that's why they never get a good man, because they're looking at what this man has right now instead of trying to nurture and grow and help this man actually get to where he gets to, where that he appreciates you for being along the journey. It's nothing to hear some bullshit from a woman that I've been dealing with for 20 something years if she's got a problem with what the fuck is going on, rather than a broad that waited for me to get all the way to the top and then she's got something to say about it. I'm really not trying to hear what the fuck she's trying to say. Like, bitch, you ain't even been here for the ride. What the fuck are we talking about? Okay. So it is what it is, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Low functioning. It is statistically known that high valued women, not functioning, high value women, meaning powerhouse, makes money, elected official, doctor, lawyer, entrepreneur, whatever she does, she's just killing it. She does well. Educated, not educated, she just does her thing financially. She's high valued. Often end up with low functioning men.
Why?
And it's because she has high value, she doesn't have high function. Law of attraction, we attract who we are despite of who we think we are. So the man living in his mama's house that you described, right? Mm-hmm. That's based on society. That's a low value man.
Reality, not
that's
society.
Fine. You can say reality. I'm fine with that. Yeah. Right. Value.
Yeah, Cam knew that he's shooting shots at the couch surfers. Cam Newton, he's shooting his shot.
Is not a functioning. High functioning is how you function. Had nothing to do with money or where you live or how you drive.
Right.
Okay. Value is the word value because it's it's what you say. How valuable are you? Mm-hmm. How valuable are you, sis? What you bringing to the table?
Okay, now
those are two different things.
I just want to stop you right there before I lose my. If the man doesn't have high value,
yes,
he will not spark the interest of no woman. Let's just put it like that. So it runs.
Then answer this question.
In conjuncture.
Why are most low value? And low value man just means, I'll go street terms, broke.
Money.
Yes.
Okay? They're married. Them Negroes are married.
But you can't say that's a subjective thing.
No, that's not.
That's most because
statistically,
that's not true.
Statistically, when it comes to socioeconomic.
Look how she's talking, and 2 million, that's a lot of money. That's, I'm about to have that though. I'm not gonna let that just elude me. I'm about to go get my bag. Look how she's talking. She's talking about, man, them low value guys, look at how them little suckers be married. Like them little suckers be married, like little broke motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? This is how she's talking. Okay. So they don't give a fuck, man. Women, they taking over. This is what a high value woman, this is what it is. A woman that's making money, this is gonna be her attitude. She don't give a fuck. She do what she want to do. She got her friends telling her that she's the shit and she don't need your ass just so they could stay out 3-4 more hours later. It's going to be all this disrespect. She's not going to be patient with your business ideas and different shit that she wants to do. She's going to be thinking that just because she makes more money than you, that all your ideas ain't shit and all her fucking ideas are the holy grail. Make it make sense.
Google it, have somebody here on your team pull it up. Socioeconomically, women, Google it, predominantly black women, socioeconomically, are exceeding when it comes to money, street term, bread. Hold on. That means if they marry, they're married to a man who's making less money, no money, or broke money. Hold on. Now.
Right, because the money ain't the fucking value, you fucking, and I ain't even gonna go in on her. I ain't gonna go in on her. It's ridiculous, but you see how this is turning, and you can think about the circles that she's in, probably a bunch of broke ass bitches. So she's the richest motherfucker in the circle. You know, they kissing her ass like, oh, she was on Cam Newton. She getting to the bag. And now, you know, her YouTube, I don't know if she got a YouTube, but you know, shit's going up. Shit's going up. She's getting some well compensation for her good hard work and schooling women on shit that she can't even do. That's so simple. And that's to stay committed and down with somebody in a good relationship. Seemingly, that's, you know, it's not that hard. There's plenty of people that have been in long-term relationships because they're not caught up in the superficial bullshit that don't matter. All this talking don't matter. You know, can you clean gutters? Can you do, you know, like, what can you do besides run your fucking mouth around the household? You know?
Low valued men are married to somebody, whether she low, high, whatever. He got him a wife. And let me go a little further. And usually if you don't have a wife, he got a whole hell lot of kids by different women.
Watch out now. Watch out, you're speeding.
Yeah, I am.
You're speeding.
I'm poking speed.
We going there. Hold on. Let me take this.
So let me finish this.
Let me take this glove off.
Let me finish this point. So again, low valued men, meaning street term broke, they're married. And they oftentimes, if not more than often, have multiple kids by multiple men. Okay?
Woman. Whoa.
No. I'm going somewhere.
Low. You said
by
low.
multiple.
Yeah, I didn't get that. But I guess they ironed it out. It still didn't make sense to me. But she twisted it because she got game. I didn't say she didn't have game now. She'll school you. You know, she will finesse you. You younger guys on the come up. That's what she's looking for. She wants a guy that's probably getting out of his rookie contract. You know, she'll take him young too. Like them little Travis, what's the guy from Colorado? Travis Hunter. Like she'll be swooping up. She'll be swooping up. You know.
Oh no, I'm going somewhere with that. They have multiple kids by multiple men. Hold on. And women. We in a whole different society. You talking about reality.
No. You said low vibrational men are married with multiple.
Let me say it again. They're married, and if they're not, they usually have multiple kids with multiple women. Hold on. And I'm going somewhere with this. Have multiple men. Meaning that men and women are choosing low-valued men. That's subjective. Because in the society we live in today, you have a lot of different dynamics of polyamorous, different dynamics of relationships. And when you're talking about men today and women, I'm not just knocking on the men, relationships don't just go one way. And we're talking about a low-valued man. We're not just talking about heterosexual men, right? I could talk about the whole gamut. Do I have to stay in one pocket? I'm just asking because I will.
Ma'am.
Okay. So again, low-valued men don't have to be, they could be high functioning and low value is what I'm saying. So a man living in his mama's house is low value, but he could be high functioning. Hold on. So how does he attract a woman who's high functioning?
Thank you.
He's high functioning. He attracts a high functioning woman. Hold on. The high functioning woman is also high value, meaning she has money, a lifestyle, and a high quality of life. And she's high functioning. All she needs is a high functioning man. She ain't worried about a man who also has high value. A lot of women operate like.
Thank you, man. Tonsky. Hey, everything she's saying is, if I had to see, next time I'm gonna have a scoreboard up here, and it's gonna be the men's side, the men take a shot, women take a shot, and whatever, bro. Everything she's saying is more beneficial to women. It's all like this big ass grift to get men to believe this shit. Like, if you believe this shit, it's true. But if it's just fucking baloney, like, to me, it's fucking baloney, right? So it don't mean nothing to me. But if you actually believe this bullshit, come on now. Got to be more careful.
Like that who are powerful. I'm sure you've been in rooms with powerful women who have husbands who you have said, if not you, many have said, how did he get her? Wait a minute. And it's not even a looks thing. It's down to, I'm gonna go with a really good friend of mine's, Oprah and Stedman. Mama, you know I love you. But Oprah's power. You think Stedman's low functioning or low value? Stedman is low value. He ain't low.
Stedman's low value. I gotta look him up. I gotta look this guy up just for a second. You know what I'm saying? You guys are rocking with me. You guys are rocking with me today. And we gotta look up Stedman's net worth. Let me get Stedman's net worth. Hey, so Stedman, listen, Oprah, in all fairness, she's worth, a lot of money, right? But Stedman got 10 million, bro, and I'm pretty sure more than that, and all kind of other things going on that we don't even need to talk about. This woman, I mean, look how women talk. Like a woman like this will call Stedman low value, and he has $10 million because she's got 2 million. Only a woman with 2 million would say some delusional shit like that because she feel like she's made it. She's the upper crust, but nobody thought that she was good enough with her 2 million. Like I could see a broke ass 41-year-old not being able to get a man. But you got 2 million and you still can't get a man? No kids? Come on, man. It's suspect. And I don't want to dig into this. I don't want to dig into it more. Maybe if there was a couple other exchanges or something, we'll get on it. But I mean, it's not making sense. If that's what you're asking me, like, okay, well, Dr. Hood or Buck City, do you think this makes sense? Well, fuck no. It don't make sense. Salute everybody in the building. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
Low functioning, baby. There's a difference.
Another reason to be a good driver is saving money.
It's low value compared to Mama O. Let's just say that.
So Stedman, and it's subjective again, Stedman in his relationship, we can't say marriage, in his relationship is low value. to his powerhouse, high value, high functioning
But that's not a good
woman.
example, though.
That is a great example.
That's not because
it
anybody's.
Nah, that's dumb. That's dumb as shit. Anybody's gonna be the lower dog, and it's not about who makes the most money. That's how superficial women get. You shouldn't be worried about who makes more, man. A real relationship, you're not worried about who's making more, man. You're getting it. I'm giving it 100%. You're giving it 100%, and we're meeting every goal that we set forward as a couple, as a family, as a union. You know, that's what it's all about, man. You know, not who makes the most fucking money, dog. I think that's the dumbest egotistical bullshit you can do in a relationship, is worry about who makes the most money. Money's the root of all evil. Okay? Yeah, do we want money so we can do things in this relationship? Yes, but we're not keeping score and shit, bro. That's when it gets petty. And this grown ass woman should know this. Stedman got fucking $10 million, bro. She called him low value, bro. High value man, it was a guy that made 6 figures, blah, 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 you know, this and that, you know, he's CEO or, you know, moving up, you know, the ladder, could provide for himself, you know, got some shit going for himself. You know, that was supposed to be the definition of what high value is. But all of a sudden, a motherfucker got 10 million, and just because he marries a fucking billionaire, he's fucking low value. And all of a sudden, she knows how high functioning he is, because she knows that Oprah don't fuck with somebody that's low functioning. Like, you don't know what she do. She might be getting binged, you know, allegedly she might be getting binged by, you know, by anybody, man. The same shit applies with you. You know, it's all a finesse.
It's going to be low value to
Cam, who
Oprah.
house do they live in?
Oprah's.
Okay, where's Stedman's house?
I have no idea.
That's my point. That is my point.
Can you give me another example?
That is my point.
You hear her? She's got, when they get that bread, they act like this. This is not how a woman acts that you want to be fucking with. 9 times out of 10, she's gonna try to cling on to you to get more. She wants more. But her time ran out. She spent all of her time working on her career. She stacked up $2 million, and now she don't even have nothing that's worth more than that, and that's children. That's a loving family. You know, people that are gonna be there for you. You know, you don't have that. You went for the money. The money was more important to you. Now you get to watch everybody else catch up. Now we in our 40s, we get to catch back up. But only thing different is we get to do it as a family. We get to watch the kids grow. They going off to high school, college, you know, might be getting grandbabies and, you know, popping up, and, you know, that's what happens in your life. That's the important things in life. Not 41 mobbing around, still trying to have game and, you know, trying to finesse motherfuckers and shit. Trying to teach women how to keep a man, and you can't even keep one. That's ridiculous. And I'm not going in on this lady, and people could talk about Cam Newton, you know, for the decisions that he make. But my thing is this: that's the life that he chose. He didn't hide anything from anybody. Shit, I think if you work as an athlete and, you know, all your life keeping yourself in the best shape, right? These are some of the things that come along with that, bro. The reason why I don't have money like Cam Newton, because I didn't stay in the fucking gym. I didn't do this. I chose to do other things with my life and with my time that he probably didn't choose to fucking do. You know, some people got God-given talents. You know, you can't take that away from them. what we said yesterday, how much child support, unpaid child support, and we worried about these guys. We're having these conversations.
Let's not use that one because that's not a reality.
Another
like
example.
Oprah is living in the half percent of the world, not just the 1%, less than the 1%. Because anybody, myself included, if we were to date a woman of Oprah's magnitude, it's never going to be enough. I'm going to be on her jet. I'm going to be on her yacht. I'm going to be at her functions.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not something that a man is insecure about, because my woman makes a lot of money and you know what I'm saying, I get the fucking benefit. This is my, in street terms, like she said, this is my bitch. The fuck am I mad about? Like she said, street terms. You know? Men don't give a fuck about that. Simps give a fuck about that. A real simp would be pissed off that his girl makes more than him. He'll be pissed the fuck off because he knows she's going to be treating him like this because he's a simp. But if he's not a simp, he going to find a way to get his bag and he's going to get the fuck up away from you, bro. I'm going to tell you, that's how men move. You tell me how women move, I'm going to tell you how men move.
I would be a fucking fool to think.
So that's not always the case. You look at Jay-Z and you look at Beyonce. Jay can be on B's lot, B can be on Jay's lot. So my whole point to drive.
Stop it. And then look at her examples are just distorted. We're talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce because she lives in this superficial life and her man probably doesn't. The man that's perfect for her does not live in the life that she lives in. It's not a bunch of millionaire young 22-year-olds, 27-year-olds running around looking for a 41-year-old. It's just not. Unless that's all they could get, or it's just convenient, or you know, something like that. That's just not rich guys that's making real money. Because if you're getting real money, you don't even have to be a celebrity or nothing. You know, you're getting to it. If you got 2 million, 4 or 5 million, you know, you're having it your way, bro. Real talk.
At this point is that low value or high value, low function, high function, two different things, or two different identities. Low value has to do with money and quality of life, fiduciary. Functioning has to do with how do you function innately, emotionally, psychologically as a human being. And so if you have billions of dollars, Donald Trump is low functioning. He just happens to be high value in the sense of his wealth, but he's extremely low functioning.
That's subjective.
But that's fine. No, and I'm not for or against him. I'm not for or against Trump. I'm just using someone, and again,
she's just guessing, and you know what I'm saying, all of this, man. Come on, man. you know, Donald Trump, to get to where the fuck he got, where he's at, you know, like when he was 40 years old or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You don't even have enough information to judge that. You was a little ass kid when he was 40 years old and 30 years old, becoming a man, and you know, the way he was functioning and the discipline that he had to be able to accomplish what he's accomplished. So it's a bunch of bullshit. This high value, low function, you know, all this shit, you know, just like you're trying to coin some shit, you know what I'm saying? It's the t-shirt should be coming. You know, I might have to get me some printed up, you know, some low function shit, you know.
We're having a conversation, so everything's going to be subjective. So I'm speaking about the difference so that we can clear it up. Just because a woman is high functioning doesn't mean she's successful financially or career-wise. Just because a man is high functioning doesn't mean that either. Just because someone is high valued doesn't mean that they have a certain level of functioning. You have a lot of people that do good in the boardroom, high IQ, high functioning, interpersonal relationships, but cannot function at home in their marriage. And so those two are not relevant to each other, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you another thing that's not relevant to each other. A high value woman will never acknowledge a low value man. So Oprah.
Well, let me say this.
Hold on,
But Cam, you're a man.
Hold on.
You can't speak from a woman's perspective.
I'm speaking on reality.
High valued women
Okay.
acknowledge, notice, sleep with, and date low value men all the time. One, I'm in room with them, with high valued women.
Okay.
Two, I am a high valued woman. And I have at some point dated a man who is low value, meaning he wasn't living with his mama, but his income, socioeconomic status wasn't anywhere where somebody would go, Doc, really? He didn't have a title up to the caliber of mine. He was.
She's full of shit. You see that he didn't have a title of the caliber of mine and, you know, all of this shit. She's full of shit, bro. You got to stay away from this. You got to stay away because it's all about her. Everything's all about her. Her whole life it's been all about her. She's damaged. It's damaged, bro. So she went on here talking about a relationship with guys that got multiple babies, mom. Like, and I'm not saying that that's the best thing to do. You know, obviously these guys are in a better situation than I'm in, you know what I'm saying, as far as being able to provide. So, which nobody ever talks about that. There's never no podcast on here talking about these athletes and, you know, how they're good providers. There's never a podcast about that. Women never like to have podcasts and shit about that. Right. But if it's us fucking up or doing some shit or having another baby, which is bringing another child into the world, that's probably going to be better than the motherfucker criticizing your ass. Like, I'm putting out grand champion. I'm a ROM. You dig? If you guys don't know what that is, look it up. Register of Marriage. Okay. Let's go.
In rooms and boardrooms. He wasn't sitting there with Congress, elected officials, and making moves and making legislation and resolutions like myself. And so at that time, I was a woman who was high valued, okay, and high functioning, who was dating a man who was high functioning, but low value, but didn't live with his mother. And for me, what he was providing in the sense of our companionship was great in that season.
Which was what?
What do you mean, which was what?
What was he providing you?
The functionality, the emotional intelligence.
The functionality?
The what?
I'm asking you.
You're asking me. Wait, what did you? What word did you say?
Functionality.
You're asking me, was he making love to me good?
Yes.
If the sex was good?
Yes.
The sex was great.
Now let me tell you.
Yeah, it wasn't the best I had, but it was great.
But this goes to my point.
It wasn't the best she had, and she wondered why dudes don't want bitches with high body counts. Hey, man, it's been a good stream, bruh. Look, we can sit here all day and beat the dead horse. You know what I'm saying? Cam Newton, I think he held his composure. There was more parts in there. It goes up and down. I think he kind of held his swivel. He obviously loves his kids. Listen, bro, I'm not the guy that's gonna tell you how many kids you want and how much of a family that you want, because at the end of the day, I'm kind of blessed that my parents had a lot of kids, because me and my brothers, you know, we're like wolves, bro. You know what I'm saying? We stick together, man. So I couldn't imagine going on this journey and everything that I've been through without having those guys. You feel me? So it definitely came in handy having a big family, being able to survive out here. Saying so that came in handy. That's a fact that people don't look at a lot, you know, and that's typical. So in return, you know, I want to have family, brothers, you know, a lot of brothers. I got a lot of sons and shit, you know, when they grow up, you know, that last name, and you know what I'm saying, it just, You know, that's important, bro. So yeah, I don't shame people for wanting small families and stuff. You know, that's cool if you want a small family, but sometimes you got to think about the kids in the village. You know, like who can I trust more than my brothers? You know, I call my brother, they can come to the house. I ain't just having everybody just come to my house. You feel me? I could trust these guys. They could, you know, my kids might be there. Oh, hey, I might be gone. They hungry or something. Oh, hey, tell my brother, hey, go drop off pizza to them guys or do something. I ain't never did that, but you know, I could do something like that with family. You know? So, hey, you can't knock a motherfucker for what he can provide for and all the good shit that he could do, man. Cam Newton ain't living next to the Walgreens. He ain't living 2 houses down from Walgreens, bro. He got them kids living good. Nick Cannon, you know, them kids is living good. People were taking shots at the women that allowed it. And I think that's where the shot should be at. The quality of them, and why did he give them the chance to live out that? And maybe it's the way they were functioning. Maybe they need to talk about the function of these other women that are allowing this type of shit. You know, I got a criminal record. I told you I'm in a happy relationship, but let's say I was on a dating market. My criminal record, like if I wanted to be upfront with it and say, hey, well, yeah, I got a few felonies and, you know what I'm saying, this and that, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, some of this shit was old, some of this shit, you know, and a woman would have that discretion. Like she might be like, you know what? I'm not fucking with that, because she would have to introduce me to her family or something, and they might not approve of some, or they might frown upon some of that. And she probably ain't got time for that. You know, that's what it is. Some motherfuckers just ain't good enough to get the job done. But anyway, man, I appreciate you guys pulling up. It's been a good one, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Tried to fall in love a few times, but that didn't work. Yeah. They never stuck around to see my worth. My mama been knew I was special since birth. Yeah. You say you love me, but you know love gets you hurt. Yeah. I can't let you bitches play with my heart. This ain't funny like Kevin. You'll have better luck in a casino betting. Girl, don't say that shit, you lying. I got trust issues, ain't no need in trying. I fell out with the plug because it's timing. Don't try to love me now, girl, stop all that crying. You trying to show me that because I'm leaving. Yeah. Don't try to cause a scene now, bitch, we even. For real. Fuck, I should've listened and took my daddy's advice. Now I got 2 baby mamas and none of them had a relationship right. Hella shit going left, so I know that it gotta get right. Cause at the rate that I'm going, I'm never gonna give me a wife. But until then, I'm living my life. I find one of you anywhere that I go, or I get a similar type. Cause my life is a gamble like rolling the dice. I'm trying to go off the scene and leave her text on red. She's stressing to talk about it, but there ain't nothing to be said. I got 100 missed calls. I think about posting her thread. Stop telling people that you love me and you didn't pledge. Don't take the comments and likes to the head. Ever since I was a kid, bitch, I've been bringing it head. You ain't comprehend what I said. Bitch, I live my life on the edge. Yeah, I'm trying to do it like I never done it. And I am not close to my stomach. You don't love me like you say you love me, cause you want me to plummet. If you can't cook it like I cook it, then I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want this shit. Let me keep it 100. My name ain't Watch. Is my name Audemars, bitch? I don't got time for this. Hey, my love ain't unconditional. It's conditional, baby. I love unconditioned. Don't let it get to you, baby. I'm sorry I led you on. It wasn't intentional, baby. I'm stubborn. I don't even call when I'm missing you, baby. It never be what you gonna do for me. It always be what I'm gonna do for you. I got some character flaws too, so tell me what I should do with you. And what kind of level are we on? Like a U-Haul, are we moving on? Cause I promise I won't be long-winded.